your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Texas Longhorns offense will take the field first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his feet.
That's a fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least, and wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Gets away from one, finds room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right.
A shot toward the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Working the middle, it's complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Longhorns are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Kentucky's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. inside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Kentucky going quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back. Oh, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
To the air on second down. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line. Be a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Game progresses, but man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback and you got to pass the football on 3rd and long.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Wow, missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage. Fires to the big fella. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! He'll try to tack on one more. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out. It's Potts. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Wildcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's looking deep. Makes the grab deep. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Kentucky right back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Got his man. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick release on the RPO. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He leaves it with his back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Here's the pressure. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Gonna run it. It's Potts. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Out of the shotgun on third down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Longhorn! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick six. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Seton. He's into the open down the middle. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Wants to go up top. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
He'll take a shot. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy,
he's got it down the left side. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Got a man in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Bring in the heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he makes the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. On the run, still looking. Going for 6. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this 1st drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the 2nd half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the 1st half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Just needs a crack to get a return. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Charcoal! Charcoal! Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Tight end now in motion. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On his way from around the 50. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. He'll start this drive firing. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Texas. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Kentucky, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Touchdown, Longhorns! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Lining up for the PAT.
On for the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown.
Number 18, set to advance on the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The ball carried by the quarterback.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Texas! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
49, Kentucky, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Potts. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the ball comes to rest right there.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Finds a spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Pulls and fires complete. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Longhorns back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Unloads to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of at the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Still looking on the move. Got him downfield. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quickly to the tight end.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the fourth quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. And the Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
They want that clock to run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Skips away from pressure. Finds his tight end. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense under...
Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Throws toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.